I remember the first time my eyes found yours, a gaze so profound that it seemed to whisper secrets only my heart could understand. In that moment, the world outside dissolved into a gentle haze, leaving only the fragile yet unshakable truth that I was drawn to you in ways I could not yet name. There was a certain gravity in your presence, one that held both warmth and an edge of mystery, and I, a princess of expectation and duty, found myself inexplicably captivated. Every letter, every glance, every silence between us carries a weight that both excites and terrifies me. Your age, your experience, your stories, they are like a map to a world I have only begun to explore. And yet, within your steadiness, there lies a vulnerability, a crack in the armor that only I seem to notice, and it invites me, teases me, daring me to reach beyond the boundaries I have always known. How delicate is the line between longing and fear, between desire and hesitation. Each moment with you feels like a slow, intricate dance where one misstep could unravel the fragile tapestry of what we have. And yet, I am compelled to step closer, to risk the uncertainty. For the thrill of being near you is a force that no caution can restrain. In the quiet of the night, when the palace sleeps under a blanket of moonlight, I feel your presence like a shadow that refuses to leave me, reminding me that the heart does not age in accordance with years, but with the depth of feeling. I am aware of the world's eyes upon us, the whispers that would seek to question the nature of our bond. But when I am with you, all their judgment fades, replaced by the tender truth that we have created our own universe, one where time bends and hearts speak in a language older than reason. Your hands, strong yet gentle, trace the edges of my world, shaping it into a sanctuary where I can both be fearless and afraid, where love is both sanctuary and adventure. There are nights I lie awake, tracing the memory of your laughter, wondering at the invisible threads that tether us together. They pull at me relentlessly, whispering that this, us, cannot be ordinary. I feel the suspense like a heartbeat, rhythmic and consuming, a promise that every shared glance holds the weight of unspoken truths. You are the storm I cannot resist, the calm I crave, the paradox I am helplessly drawn into. And I, Princess Leonor, am caught in the exquisite tension of wanting to surrender completely, yet fearing the unknown that lies within that surrender. I think of the way your voice lingers in my mind, each word a gentle brush against the canvas of my soul. How strange it is, how intoxicating, that someone older, someone who has walked paths I have yet to tread, can make me feel both fragile and invincible. You are a story, an epic written in the language of experiences and choices, and I am a reader, hungry for each chapter, each secret, each confession that you offer in glimpses too fleeting to hold. And yet, in the suspense of our love, there is beauty, a suspense that binds me to you with invisible cords. Will you look at me tomorrow with the same intensity as today? Will your hand find mine in the quiet corners of the world, unafraid of the world's expectations? These questions linger like a soft, persistent melody, a song I cannot stop playing in the recesses of my heart. The uncertainty is a sweet ache, a tension that sharpens every sensation, every touch, every breath shared between us. I am not blind to the differences that exist between us. The years, the worlds we inhabit, the histories we carry. But they only add to the intrigue. To love you is to embrace the unknown, to dive into depths that are both thrilling and terrifying. And in this dance of closeness and distance, of confession and restraint, I have discovered a truth that defies convention, that love, when genuine, transcends all boundaries, bending the lines that society draws so rigidly, leaving only the raw, untamed connection between two souls. There is a fragility in this knowledge, a delicate balance I navigate daily. Each smile from you feels like both a gift and a challenge, a whisper of encouragement and a reminder of the stakes. To love you is to live suspended between certainty and the thrill of discovery, each day an unraveling of layers, each moment a step closer to a revelation I cannot yet name. And yet I cannot resist, for the allure of your presence is a force that calls me beyond the constraints of caution, into a world where hearts speak louder than reason, where the ache of longing is both torment and delight. In your eyes, I see the reflection of possibilities, paths that twist and turn through uncharted landscapes of emotion. They beckon me to step forward, to trust in a love that defies the ordinary, that promises both intensity and tenderness. And in that reflection, I recognize myself, not as a princess bound by protocol, but as a young woman who dares to feel, to risk, to embrace a connection that is as thrilling as it is fragile. The suspense of our love is a constant companion, a shadow that follows me through my days and into my dreams. It is in the hesitation before a touch, the pause before a word, the unspoken acknowledgement of our desire and our caution. It is a tension that sharpens every sense, that heightens every emotion, that makes each moment with you a brush with something extraordinary. I am alive in the moments when our worlds collide, when your presence overwhelms my senses, when the reality of you becomes undeniable, tangible, and achingly beautiful. And yet, I know that love is never a straight path. It twists and turns, it challenges, it demands courage and patience. To love you is to embrace a journey filled with both wonder and uncertainty, to hold the delicate tension of what is and what could be. And I would not trade it for anything, for in this suspense, in this emotional crescendo that rises and falls with every heartbeat, I have found a truth more profound than any palace, more enduring than any crown. That to love deeply is to live fully, to surrender in trust, to dance with the unknown. Your presence in my life is a melody that lingers, a song that I carry in every breath, in every glance, in every quiet moment when the world falls away and it is only you and I. It is a suspenseful rhythm, a pulse that quickens with every shared smile, every whispered word, every lingering look. And I am helplessly, beautifully enmeshed in it, drawn to the gravity of your being, to the warmth of your touch, to the depth of your soul. There is a fire in our love, tempered by the delicacy of our connection, a tension that keeps me alert, awake, aware of every subtle shift, every unspoken emotion. And in this tension, I find both exhilaration and comfort, a paradox that mirrors the complexity of our bond. You are the question that haunts me, the answer I long for, the presence that makes every day both extraordinary and fragile. I imagine the future with you, uncertain and thrilling, a landscape of possibilities colored by the intensity of our emotions. Will the world understand us? Does it matter when the bond we share is unbreakable, forged in moments of intimacy and understanding that defy the logic of time and age? I do not know, and perhaps that is the beauty of it. That love is not always meant to be predictable. That the suspense is what makes every heartbeat, every glance, every whispered word, a testament to the power of feeling beyond reason. In the quiet moments, when I am alone with my thoughts, I feel the weight of our connection, the tension of what is known and what remains unspoken. It is a delicate balance, a dance of emotions that keeps me suspended between longing and fear, between surrender and restraint. And yet, I would not trade it, for it is in this suspense, in this delicate interplay of hearts and minds, that I have discovered the extraordinary nature of our love. I think of you constantly, in ways both subtle and profound. Your smile, your voice, your presence, they are etched into the very fabric of my being, a tapestry woven from the threads of desire, admiration, and deep, abiding affection. And in that tapestry, I find both comfort and excitement, a duality that mirrors the essence of our bond. A love that is both tender and passionate, both thrilling and serene. To love you is to embrace the unknown, to surrender to the tension of our connection, to find beauty in the suspense that colors every interaction. It is a dance of emotions, a symphony of feeling that elevates the ordinary to the extraordinary, that transforms fleeting moments into timeless memories. And I am grateful, endlessly, for the gift of this love, for the opportunity to know you, to feel you, to be entwined with you in a bond that defies convention and expectation. You are my anchor and my tempest, my certainty and my wonder, the presence that makes my heart race and my soul tremble. And in this intricate dance of love, of suspense, of longing and fulfillment, I find the truest expression of myself, the young princess who dares to love beyond bounds, who embraces the intensity and fragility of a connection that is as profound as it is exhilarating. Step by step, moment by moment, I am drawn deeper into this love, into the mystery and beauty of you. And in that descent, I discover a truth more profound than any crown, any duty, any expectation, that love, in its purest form, is a journey into the unknown, a surrender to the exquisite tension of hearts entwined, a testament to the courage it takes to feel fully, to risk completely, to love unreservedly. You're of intimacy yet to be claimed. I feel it in the brush of your hand against my arm, in the lingering warmth of your gaze, in the unspoken acknowledgement of the depth of our desire. Each moment is both a question and an answer, a riddle written in the language of emotion, a suspense that neither of us can resist. Your presence is a force that reshapes the landscape of my days, that colors the ordinary with extraordinary hues. I see your reflection in the simplest of things. A candle's flicker, a passing shadow, a whispered breeze. And each reminder of you ignites a longing that is both thrilling and daunting. The suspense of our love, the delicate interplay between revelation and restraint, becomes a constant companion, a shadow that follows me in daylight and night, in thought and dream, in silence and in speech. I am drawn to your strength, your steadiness, the way you navigate the world with a confidence that is tempered by gentleness and understanding. Yet it is your vulnerabilities, the glimpses of fragility hidden beneath the surface, that invite me into your inner world, that make me feel entrusted with a treasure that is at once delicate and profound. To love you is to explore the terrain of heart and soul, to navigate the intricate pathways of emotion, to dance with suspense and anticipation that elevates every moment to the extraordinary. Each conversation with you, each shared smile, each tender exchange, carries the weight of unspoken truths, the tension of anticipation, the thrill of connection. I am acutely aware of every nuance, every inflection, every pause. For in them I sense the depth of our bond, the intensity of our emotions, the suspended heartbeat of a love that is both exhilarating and fragile. And I am drawn further, deeper, into the gravity of your presence, unable to resist the allure of a connection that promises both joy and suspense, both intimacy and mystery. There are moments when I feel the world shrink around us, when time itself seems to bend, stretching seconds into eternities, elongating the suspense of what is to come. I feel your breath in the quiet spaces between words, the warmth of your hand as it hovers near mine, the subtle electricity of proximity that ignites every nerve, every thought, every desire. And in these moments, I understand the fragile power of our love, the way it balances tenderness and intensity, certainty and suspense, desire and restraint. I imagine the days ahead, filled with the unknown, the uncharted, the delicate unfolding of a love that defies convention yet honors the heart. Each step we take together is both a risk and a revelation, a surrender to the exquisite tension that defines us. And in this unfolding, I find a profound truth that love, when deep and sincere, is never merely comfortable or predictable. It is a journey through shadow and light, through fear and courage, through suspense and fulfillment. You are my heart's compass, my anchor and my adventure, the presence that makes life vibrant, that sharpens every sensation, that makes every touch, every word, every look resonate with meaning. And in the suspended moments between us, I discover the beauty of uncertainty, the thrill of anticipation, the exquisite tension that defines our bond. To love you is to live fully, to feel deeply, to embrace the unknown with courage and grace, to find joy in the suspense that colors every heartbeat. There is a rhythm to our love, a cadence that rises and falls with the pulse of emotion, the tide of desire, the whisper of longing. I feel it in every glance, every touch, every unspoken word that bridges the spaces between us. It is a rhythm that sustains me, that challenges me, that awakens the deepest parts of my being. And in this rhythm, I find a truth that transcends convention, a love that is both profound and fragile, both thrilling and tender, both suspenseful and unwavering. Your love is a force that shapes me, molds me, awakens me to the possibilities of the heart. It is a suspenseful flame, flickering and bright, demanding attention, inspiring courage, inviting surrender. And I surrender willingly, knowing that each moment with you is a gift, a lesson, a revelation, a suspenseful heartbeat in the symphony of our shared existence. To love you is to embrace both joy and uncertainty, to navigate the delicate balance between passion and restraint, to feel the thrill of anticipation in every shared glance, every whispered word, every lingering touch. And in this embrace, I discover the profound beauty of our connection, the exquisite tension that defines it, the boundless depth of emotion that unites us, the suspense that keeps every heartbeat alive with longing and fulfillment. And so I continue to live in the delicate balance of longing and fulfillment, each day drawn closer to you, each heartbeat echoing with the suspense that defines our love. There are times when I am overwhelmed by the intensity of emotion, when the mere thought of your presence sends shivers through my soul, and I am reminded that love is not always gentle. It is often a tempest, a force that shakes the foundations of certainty and demands surrender. Yet in this tempest, I find sanctuary, a quiet joy, a sense of purpose that only your love can provide. I marvel at the way our souls recognize each other, how your age and experiences, instead of creating distance, have become bridges that connect us in profound ways. There is wisdom in your gaze, a calm strength that steadies the turbulence of my own heart, yet there is also the playful, unpredictable spark that keeps me on edge, that fuels the suspense that makes our love feel like an unfolding story, a narrative written in the secret language of longing and desire. Every encounter, every fleeting touch, every whispered confession is imbued with a tension that heightens the senses, awakens the imagination, and deepens the bond we share. I feel it when our hands brush accidentally, when our eyes meet across a crowded room, when the world pauses for a heartbeat and leaves only the two of us suspended in the intimacy of the moment. It is a suspense that is at once exhilarating and terrifying, a reminder that love is never safe, never simple, never predictable. Yet, for all the uncertainty, there is a profound beauty in knowing that we have chosen this path together. We have embraced the unknown, accepted the fragility of our connection, and allowed ourselves to be vulnerable in ways that defy convention. And in that vulnerability, I find a courage I did not know I possessed. A willingness to dive into the depths of emotion without fear, to trust in the strength of our bond, to surrender to the exquisite tension that defines our love. The palace, with its grandeur and shadows, becomes a silent witness to our unfolding story. The moonlight streaming through high windows casts long, delicate shadows that mirror the complexity of our emotions. In the stillness of night, I imagine your hand reaching for mine, the brush of your lips against my skin, the subtle warmth of your embrace. These imagined moments are both a comfort and a torment, a suspenseful reminder of the intensity that lies at the heart of our connection. I think of the world outside these walls, with its expectations, its judgments, its whispers, and I am grateful that we have created a sanctuary where our love can exist beyond the reach of scrutiny. Here, in this sacred space, our hearts speak freely, our souls intertwine, and the suspense of what is to come becomes a shared exhilaration rather than a source of fear. It is a love that is both daring and tender, both consuming and delicate, both suspenseful and enduring. I am endlessly fascinated by the depth of you, the way your experiences have shaped you into someone both strong and vulnerable, someone whose presence commands attention yet invites intimacy. To love you is to navigate a landscape of emotions that is as intricate as it is breathtaking, a terrain where every glance, every word, every gesture carries significance, where the suspense of anticipation heightens the beauty of each encounter, and where the ordinary becomes extraordinary simply because it is shared with you. In the quiet moments of reflection, I marvel at the journey that brought us together, the invisible threads that wove our destinies into a shared tapestry. There is suspense in this recognition, a tension that hums beneath the surface, a constant awareness of the delicate balance between what is and what could be. And yet, even in the face of uncertainty, I am confident in the truth that anchors us, that our love is real, profound, and capable of withstanding the tests of time and circumstance. Every day with you is a revelation, a discovery, a suspenseful unfolding of emotion and intimacy. I am captivated by the subtle nuances of your presence, the way your gaze lingers, the rhythm of your speech, the warmth of your hand, and I am acutely aware of the ways in which our love challenges and transforms me. It is a love that stretches the boundaries of what I thought possible, that invites me to feel more deeply, to live more fully, to embrace the exquisite tension of desire and restraint, of certainty and mystery. There are nights when I lie awake, imagining the paths we have yet to explore, the secrets we have yet to share, the unspoken words that hover between us like delicate threads of possibility. Each moment of suspense, each pause in the rhythm of our love, becomes an opportunity to appreciate the depth of connection we share, to revel in the intensity of emotion that binds us, and to anticipate the joy and intimacy that lie ahead. It is a suspense that is at once intoxicating and grounding, a force that shapes every thought, every feeling, every heartbeat. I am drawn to your strength, your wisdom, your unwavering presence, yet it is your vulnerability, the glimpses of tenderness and fragility, that invite me into the most intimate corners of your soul. To love you is to embrace the full spectrum of your being, to navigate the delicate interplay between power and softness, confidence and hesitation, certainty and suspense. And in this navigation, I discover a courage, a passion, and a devotion that is both exhilarating and sustaining. The world may see us and question the nature of our bond, but in the sanctuary of our love, such judgments fade into irrelevance. What matters is the truth we have created, the connection that transcends time, age, and expectation, the intimacy that grows in the spaces between words and gestures, the suspense that heightens every encounter and makes every shared moment a treasure. To love you is to live fully, to feel unreservedly, to embrace the beauty and uncertainty of a bond that is as profound as it is thrilling. There is a rhythm to our love, a cadence that moves with the pulse of emotion, the flow of desire, the interplay of restraint and surrender. I feel it in every glance, every touch, every shared silence, and it sustains me, challenges me, awakens me to the extraordinary nature of connection. It is a rhythm that celebrates the suspense as much as the fulfillment, the unknown as much as the known, the journey as much as the destination. And so I continue, day by day, moment by moment, to navigate the delicate tension of our love, to savor the thrill of anticipation, to embrace the depth of feeling that binds us together. In your presence, I am both fearless and fragile, strong and vulnerable, certain and suspended in the exquisite suspense of longing and fulfillment. You are my heart's compass, my anchor, my adventure, my sanctuary, my tempest, my joy, my desire. In the culmination of all our moments, the intertwining of our hearts and souls, the suspension of time and certainty, I find the ultimate truth that love is not measured by years, by judgment, or by convention, but by the courage to feel deeply, the willingness to surrender to the unknown, the bravery to embrace both the thrill and the fragility of connection. And in this truth, I find you, I find us, I find the boundless depth of a love that transcends everything and sustains everything. My older boyfriend name, in this journey of suspense, desire, and profound emotion, I pledge my heart to you fully. I will treasure each glance, each whisper, each heartbeat, each suspended moment, knowing that in the delicate tension of our love lies the most extraordinary expression of life itself. With you, I have discovered that love is not only a feeling but a force, a rhythm, a suspenseful dance that binds us across time, across space, across every boundary the world might impose. And so, with every breath, every thought, every emotion, I love you, endlessly, passionately, tenderly, in suspense and in fulfillment, in mystery and in truth, in the delicate, exquisite rhythm of a heart that has found its counterpart, a soul that has found its home, a love that has found its eternity.